Hey everyone, good evening. I just want to hop on here and say hey to everyone. I hope you guys all have an awesome Easter tomorrow. Definitely. Um, I'm just sitting here, just kind of relaxing. Oh, it's been a day, that is for sure. I'm dead exhausted. I'm just so tired. Hey Tina, how's it going? Hey gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys all know that I have, yes, girl. I have MS and um I get flare-ups every now and then. It sucks, but just to say it in a nice way. Um, so all this week I've been working really, really hard, and all last week focusing on so many things that need to be done because it's life, right? Well, not. I hate to say it, but I'm not. I have to remember I'm not Superwoman. I cannot push myself, even though I think I know I am Superwoman, but my body doesn't know it. I wish my body would get with the program. Catch up. But I'm like, when I have MS, I have flare-ups, right? All Everyone who has MS has flare-ups. So my symptoms that happens with flare-ups, um, I tend to get them like um, when I'm very tired, when I'm exhausted and I've overworked my body. I've come to some points where I've gone blind because my flare-ups were so bad, and I've lost mobility from the waist down. It's been that bad before, but luckily the past few weeks, it was really, I kind of like overdid myself the past few weeks, right? But the past few years, I've been really good at having just one flare up a year, where I would lose mobility, or it's really my eyes. The first thing that gets affected is my vision and my eyes. I've overdid it. So this week I've noticed my eye, and it's my right eye. That's the first flare up I get. When I overdo it, I'm exhausted. I don't slow down because it's life. I'm a mom. I work my business. I have a job. You know, I work really hard. And I'm probably 2 to 4 hours of sleep a day. And I'm really exhausted. So that's another thing. I have to make sure I eat right. And that's not a problem. I eat right. Trust me. It's just getting the rest that my body needs is the problem. I don't have enough hours in my day and not enough days in my week, right? So earlier this week, I want to say probably like around Tuesday. Oh, stress is another factor too. Can you turn that down for a second? Because I know it's going to get loud. We were watching Aliens versus Predator, right? I love this movie. Oliver's like, but anyways, my flare-ups this week, I noticed my right eye. It doesn't wander yet, knock on wood. But it doesn't line up with my left eye. So you'll see my eye wander, like they're not lined up together like they should be. And I noticed this past week, like Tuesday, my eye started to wander. My vision wasn't lined up. So what happens is my vision, I'll open my eyes and my vision will be, instead of being straight, like you see person straight, it'll be like double vision, like kind of overlapping each other. And it's really scary and freaks me out every time. Like, I cry and cry. And I'm like, oh my God. And my doctor says, well, we'll do steroids, we'll do injections, we'll do some infusions to get it going. But really what you need is to cool it. You need to slow it down. You need to not overexert yourself, right? I'm like, how can I do that? I'm a mom. I work. I'm a wife. You know, how do you do that? I said, okay. So I kind of mellow out, right? So earlier in this week, my eyes vision started overlapping. It's really sad. Thank you. Thank you. I will, I want to share with you guys like what happens. And, life's not always perfect. In my flare-ups this week, my visions were changing. And I was like, okay, I'm going back to bed because I have to go. I need rest, right? So my doctor tells me, you need to slow down. You need to do this. You need to do that. I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. So when I have flare-ups, I have to sleep. I have to sleep. And there would be times where I actually have to take days off of work and just sleep or just relax or stay out the heat. I can't be too hot. I can't be too cold. Flare-ups happen. Jeez. What else? I can't get stressed. I mean, who doesn't get stressed? That's life, right? Definitely. Yep. It's just struggle. So right now, because I'm overdoing it, running here and there, doing this and that, I'm starting to have some flare-ups that has to do with my legs. I'm having a lot of, yeah. I'm having flare-ups right now. My lower extremities, my legs and my feet. My right leg right now is dragging because I'm overdoing it. I'm tripping over it. Right now, unfortunately, I don't want to have to, overdo it, and I have to cool it down for a little bit. I'm sorry that you're going through the same thing I'm going through. It is really scary and it's really hard. And I don't like my daily injections. I hate giving myself injections. I get anxiety and I have to teach my kids in case something should happen. I have to teach our kids how to give my injections on a daily. My kids know how to give me my injections and it's scary. They shouldn't have to know this stuff. And I was diagnosed with this when I was 23, 24. So about 10 years living with MS, and I've gone from being blind, I've gone to losing mobility in my legs. It's gotten to a point where I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand. My legs, I had no movement. I had no sensation. And it was even to the point where I lost bowel control. That's how bad it's gotten. And I can't get to that point. I can't get to that point again. I will not stress myself out. My kids, my family needs me, and I have to learn when to slow down. I know I'm Superwoman. I know I can do it. It's just my body and my brain is slowing down. The connections in my brain is slowing down. And I can't force myself to do so much because I don't want to make myself sick, and I have to remember that our kids need us. My husband needs me. My family needs me. It's hard. It's hard to live with this. On the exterior, I am wonderful. On the exterior, I have it all together. On the exterior, I hide my symptoms. But on the inside, I deal with my struggle. And it's a lot to deal with. Sorry, y'all. I just know that it's not okay to keep everything in all the time. But MS is real, and you can't hide it. As much as I like to hide it, and I play it off very well, I have symptoms, I have flare-ups, and there are times where we go out for barbecues, and I want to be there. I want to enjoy it with the family. I want to be out there creating memories. And then I look at Albert and I'm like, we have to go. He's like I know he's like, oh, but he's like, it's very supportive. He's like, you don't feel good? I said, we have to go right now because I'm not feeling well. And then we have to leave. It's just little things. I don't get enough sleep. I get flare-ups. I get stressed out. I get flare-ups. MS is real. If you know someone with MS, have some sort of understanding. Like, we lose mobility in things. We lose things that you guys, like, we all take for granted. I'm not gonna say you guys because I'm not saying anything, but we all take things for granted, like walking. We can lose that. Like, our eyesight, we can lose that. Sensation, we can lose that. We can lose so much within our brain because our brain, the wiring in our brain are becoming dysfunction. They're losing their ways of communicating with each other, like things that people take for granted, being out in the sun, running, jogging. We can't jog in the sun. I can't jog in the sun because I'll have flare-up symptoms. I can lose my sight. I can lose my mobility to walk. I can fall. I passed out so many times. I really freaked out my parents one year. I think it was last year or the year before. I was doing so much. I was getting sick. I was feeling funny. My body wasn't functioning well. And I was passing out. No one knew what was going on. No one knew. The doctors couldn't figure out why. No one knew why I was getting sick. Like, passing out. Like, I just sit there like, I don't feel good. And then, boom, on the floor. Passed out. I did that at my parents' house. And I was like, Mom? She's like, yeah. She's like standing across the room. I'm like, I don't feel good. She goes, how do you feel? And then I don't remember after that. I just remember the paramedics was there. And my mom was like, you said, because I asked her what happened, what's going on. She's like, oh, you were talking, and then you're like, I don't feel good all of a sudden. And then you just kind of, your face went blank, and then you just fell forward on your face. And they didn't know, they knew to call 911, and they called the ambulance, but they couldn't, they're like, we couldn't roll you over, your dad couldn't roll you over, you were just dead weight, you didn't respond, it didn't seem like you were breathing, but you were kind of breathing. And then they called my Aunt Cheeky and had her come over because they were like scared, and they were having like freaking out, and like I heard my Aunt Cheeky crying. I heard her, right? And I can hear her, but I didn't know what was going on. It didn't come to me. Like, I heard someone crying, freaking out. Like, they were hysterical. They didn't know what was wrong with me. Went to the doctors. They checked my heart. They checked everything. They did the whole works on me. For 2 full weeks, I kept having those symptoms. And my neurologist said it was my MS. Something wasn't connecting, and I just went down. How scary is that? we may look fine on the outside, but on the inside, we're not. Some people that are, I think the ones that are lucky with MS are the ones that learn how to live with it and how to know when not to push themselves and how to fix it and just work with it and not let them bring them down. That's what I'm trying to do, because I know some people with MS and that have died because of MS. Yeah, it's hard. And I try to educate my kids about the MS because I could pass it down to my girls. It's easier for some reason to pass it down to the females. It can skip a generation, so I'm praying that my girls don't have MS when they get my age, or when they most, from what my neurologist said, you can find out when you have MS like when you start showing symptoms in your 20s. And I'm like, great, now I want to test them and find out with them if they're going to be later in their life with MS. I'm sorry, I don't want you to cry. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get you to cry. It's just me and my feelings and what I'm going through. And it's hard, it's really, really hard. And I try to keep it strong, and I try to be strong. And act like nothing bothers me, that I'm okay. I always say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Albert and Mijo would ask me, Mom, are you okay? Or, Wani, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. Until I break down, and then I'm like, I'm not okay. Just gotta keep smiling, right, you guys? Just keep smiling. It's gonna be fine. I'm okay. That's what I keep saying. I'm okay. I'm okay. Albert gets mad every time I say, I'm okay. He's like, stop saying you're okay all the time. Stop saying that. I'm like, why? I said, what's the point of being down and out? It's not going to change me. I can't have a pity party for myself all the time, right? I'm okay. I'm allowed to be in my emotions. I'm allowed to feel the way I feel. But I will not allow myself to stay there. I will not. I will not. I will not. And I will push through, relax, sleep, take my meds, and do whatever else the doctor requires me to do. Because I am not going to let this thing beat me. It's not something that is going to be cured, But MS is hard. MS is a struggle. Seriously, Brian, be there for your friend. Because most of us who are dealing with it don't talk about it. We just deal with it and move on. But it's good to have the support there. And it's good to be aware. Because sometimes, certain things we're sensitive to. Heat and cold, I'm sensitive to, when water. If water touches my skin, cold water, I cannot have cold water on me whatsoever. For some reason, my nerves, when it feels cold water to my skin, it feels like it's on fire. And you know what's funny is I can't have cold water touch my legs. I can't. My arms, my back, whatever, it's fine. It feels fine. But as soon as cold water touches my legs, it feels like it's burning on fire, like I have acid. And I'm like, oh my God, and I jump. And I'm like, getting it off. I mean, certain things trigger. Certain things, we all have everyone who has MS has different symptoms and different flare-ups. Just, I don't know, you guys. Just be there to listen to someone, because MS people don't talk about, because they look like they're fine on the outside. For those of us that are lucky enough to look fine on the outside, but for those of us that are struggling mentally and physically, I got mochas, y'all, my bad. It takes a toll on us, because we're trying to be fine on the outside, but on the inside we're hurting. And hey, mom. My mom's jumping on y'all. Yeah, I understand you. I understand, definitely. Yep. So I just wanted to jump on. I'm just having a flare up moment right now, where right now it's affecting my legs. My feet hurt. They're like not even the regular kind of, it's not a hurt that is like when you work all day and your feet are sore and you're tired. It's not that kind of hurt. I wish I could have that kind of hurt. It's not. It's where you're on fire, you're stepping on fire, and it's like acid being poured down my leg. That's how it hurts when I say hurts. You know? Thank you, Malin. Thank you. I don't know if I am brave. I think I just try to keep face. Does that make sense? I don't want to panic those around me, but I want people to be aware. Because being aware of MS and the different symptoms people have is power. You need to know. Like, people don't know. Like, people think MS, oh, this and that. We always hurt, you guys. MS hurts. We're always in pain. Our bodies. It's like, hey, Kayla. It's like, I don't know. It's like you run them, like you walk them, like I don't even know how to explain it. I just know how to explain me and my symptoms. It's something that takes a toll on your body, and it hurts. And doing simple things like holding a jar, walking, being able to wipe yourself. We take advantage of all those things we can do on a daily for ourselves that we can't do if we have flare-ups. When I have flare-ups with my legs, it hurts 100 times worse than my regular symptoms on a daily. And when I have flare-ups, it takes me out of the game. And there's no way I can be taken out of the game with my kids. I can't miss a beat with them. I can't. I mean, I have to push through. Yes, it hurts all the dang time. All the time. Yeah. It you can lose control of your body's parts, your limbs, your sight. What else? Your bowel control. You can have problems with that. I've had that once. For a couple of days it lasted, I think it was. Wasn't it a couple of days? Yeah, it was like a couple of days where Albert had to literally carry me to the bathroom, had to sit me on the toilet, had to wipe me, and then had to put me in the shower. Taking a shower was horrible because he had to be in there with me to help me, and he sat me down, and he had to help me. That's horrible. And I was only in I can't remember, was this like a few years ago? Like probably in my late 20s or early 30s. I don't know. But that happened. And then losing my sight. That's when I found out I had MS. I lost my vision. Yep. Yep. Everyone suffers MS differently. The symptoms are never the same. Relatable, yes, but never the same. Everyone has different types of flare-ups for MS. And today I thought I was Wonder Woman and was able to do this and that, run here and there, and now I came home and I'm paying for it. I'll tell him you guys said that. Thank you. He is. He really is. He's really, really helpful and very understanding, and he makes sure that I do what I'm supposed to, and he gets mad at me once in a while because I don't tell him if I'm having a flare-up. That's my problem. I don't tell anyone when I am having a flare-up, because what do I always say? I'm okay. I'm okay. But I keep telling myself I'm so stubborn that I'm not going to let MS beat me. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not going to be a burden to anybody. I don't know. I don't know. You know, Kayla, and that's what my physician had told me. Where my lesions are in my brain, I could lose mobility. She honestly, you know what? My physician told me by the time I was in my 30s, I was going to be in a wheelchair if I didn't take care of myself. And that freaked me out. For the longest, I was in denial. For the longest, I was angry. And I didn't want to take my meds. But my last visit, she told me, she goes, you need to, know that you got more lesions. I got 2 more lesions than my last one. When I first found out I had MS, I had 11 lesions in my brain. And where they are, excuse me, is affecting my sight, my lower limbs, and my, what's over here, sensation, and that's where all my flare-ups are when I suffer from them. Now, my last visit that I had, because I'm taking my meds, more compliant. My lesions where I'm at is 17. I have 17 lesions and only 15 are active. And there's no way I'm going to let this beat me. There's no way. Same here, girl. Same here, mate. Yeah. I just want you guys to be more aware of MS. And for those of you out here who know someone with MS or has MS, I'm here if you guys need someone to talk to or, anything. I'm here. I'm going through what you're going through or what someone you know is going through. And as long as we push through together, we can do this. As long as you put forth the effort to, if you know someone who has MS, put forth that effort to know what they're going through. Because not all of us are going to talk about it because we feel like it's going to be a burden on someone. That's why I don't talk about it, because I feel like it's going to be a burden. That's why I keep saying, I'm okay. I'm fine. And my family hates when I say that because my mom, my dad, Albert, they know you're not okay. Stop saying that. I hate that. Stop saying you're okay. Well, I am. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's all I keep saying. I'm okay. I gotta learn when to stop. I gotta learn when to not push myself. I gotta learn when to take care of myself better. Definitely. You're right. And it's okay not to be okay sometimes. You're right. Absolutely. All right, you guys. I'm going to bed because tomorrow's Easter. We have a long, long night ahead of us. And I just woke up, Ignacia. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys hopping on with me. I love you guys so much. I truly do. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Easter. All right, you guys. Bye. I love you.